So yesterday I watched Nope. And did I love it? Nope. Did I hate it? Nope. Sort of in the middle. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good one today. I'm Nick, and today I'm going to be giving my quick thoughts on the movie Nope, the latest film by Jordan Peele. I just watched this yesterday, and I'm very mixed on it, to be honest. Like I said in my intro, I do not love this, but I didn't hate it either. There's a lot of good and a lot of bad mixed in here, so let's get down to it. Firstly, I'm just going to say the cinematography. That is probably the best part about this movie. It looks fantastic. It looks beautiful. All the shots, the landscapes, the different camera angles, everything looks really great. The camera work is fantastic, as well as the acting. I think all the actors do a fantastic job with their roles. I really enjoyed Daniel Kaluuya is great from he was in Get Out. Keke Palmer's great. Even Steven Yeun from Walking Dead, he's on here, and they all do a fantastic job with what they're given. Other positives, I think that the slow build works really well with the mystery throughout the film. And obviously, this is a film about these people own a ranch and they train horses for Hollywood movies and such. And some weird events start happening, and horses go missing and whatnot, and stuff's coming from the sky very quickly, hard to see, hides behind clouds most times. And I thought that they really got me intrigued with what's going on. I was interested to see how this was going to play out. Unfortunately, I'll come up with my first negative here. I think that the movie did not wrap up very nicely. I do not like the way it ends. I do not like how they deal with the scenario, with the alien or whatever you want to call it. It just didn't work for me. It was such a build-up, and it was kind of a letdown in the end. I was very disappointed after watching this. I did think it was clever to make the UFO the actual alien. Like, the whole movie you're thinking that's just what they're in, the spacecraft, but it's not even a spacecraft. That is an animal or a monster just shaped like that. It looks silly as hell in my mind, the look of it. It looks like when it was just supposed to be a UFO, it was fine. But once you make this the monster, I feel like it's very cheap. It seems like a cowboy hat going around sucking up people with its mouth, I'm guessing, or its butt. I don't know, but it just looks kind of silly to me. Literally looks like a big cowboy hat floating over the desert, and then it goes hides behind the clouds again. Not a fan of that. And even at the end, when he actually like expands from his circle shape and gives us his full shape, I thought it didn't look great at all. It was very bland looking and uninteresting to me. And like I said, the way they defeat him with like the flags and the big inflatable guy, it was very disappointing. It was such a build up that they didn't have a very good ending, in my opinion. I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't know how to explain myself any better at this moment. I already talked about the acting, which was phenomenal, but the characters were great as well. I feel like the main lead, OJ, he could have been written a little bit better. He's kind of written the opposite of his sister. His sister is very out there and quirky and all that, and I really enjoyed her. Him, he's much more bland, and he's fairly quiet, keeps to himself fairly. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to root for your main character when he's just so quiet and bland, and that I get why he's like that, but it's just unfortunate. But he plays him well, the actor. All the other supporting characters too, like the guy who works at like the camera store, the video camera store, he was great. The director that they bring in from Hollywood, he's great. They all do a phenomenal job with the acting, and the characters are all great, except for the main. Like I said, he could have been changed a bit. And there's this whole side plot with this monkey that has to do with Steven Yeun's character. His name's Ricky Juke Park, Steven Yeun's character, and he owns this like attraction at this ranch next door to this ranch, and he has a bunch of people come over. It's almost like a little amusement park kind of, or a fair more like. And you find out that when he was a kid, he was a star on this TV series that had a monkey on it, a chimpanzee. And one day the chimpanzee goes crazy and kills everybody but him. He ends up getting shot in the head before anything happens with the kid. So that just feels forced into this story, in my opinion. I understand they're trying to connect. I feel like the themes in this is trying to connect those two stories, our main story and the TV series, in a way that people like watching tragedies or a spectacle, whether it's dangerous or not. It's something big, and that's why they're trying to capture this UFO, right? Because it's capturing the impossible. You're showing, giving people what they want to see, something they've never seen before. And funny enough, with that whole chimpanzee TV series, it was a huge hit in that, but people, I feel like people remember that show for the tragedy, for the part where the monkey kills a bunch of people on set, and that's what the show is remembered by. You even get a scene where this couple want to stay in a room that has all the memorabilia of that TV series, and Ricky Jew Park allows them. He's like, right on, they're paying me to sleep in here, but it just goes to show that people are interested in this type of thing, in these spectacles, these tragedies, or sometimes it doesn't have to be a tragedy. As long as it's something that we never seen before and it seems impossible, if we can get it on film, you're gonna make money. And other than that, I just felt like it's definitely a slow burn, this film. Like, it takes a long time to get going, and it doesn't really get going that much. There's not a whole lot of action scenes in here. The ones that are here are okay, they look pretty good, but there's very few. So don't go into here thinking it's going to be this big alien sci-fi film with a bunch of action. That's not it. It's very slow. It's very dialogue driven. The first 40 minutes of the movie, not much really happens. It's just you're meeting these characters and they're communicating with each other, developing them, I suppose. And for some people, that's going to be pretty rough because, yeah, this can get boring at times. For me, I was never bored, but after knowing what the movie's like, I don't know how often I'd rewatch it because there's not a whole lot of rewatchability for me. I was still enjoying the conversations and the dialogue scenes that we've got, even though there was no action, but it did feel like it dragged on a little too long. This is a 2 hour and 10-minute movie, and there's just not enough there to keep most people's attention. It's very slow. And I know online this is either getting praised as the best movie of the year or the worst. Like I said, I'm somewhere in the middle. Love the characters. Well, love most of the characters. Love the acting. The themes are I'm kind of mixed on. Like I said, with the whole chimpanzee and Hollywood thing, it could have been executed a little bit better in my mind. Um, but I'm not a fan of the alien or the beast itself, or the whole finale just wasn't for me, and it's unfortunate. Not a bad movie. It looks gorgeous. I'm telling you, on a production standpoint, on a technical level, this is amazing. This is definitely a great movie. But for me, it was very mixed, and I'd have to give it around a 5 out of 10 personally. I'm right in the middle of the road with it. There's basically just as much good as there is bad in here. It's unfortunate. As for Jordan Peele, I'm not going to give away if this is my least favorite or not of his movies, but it's definitely not my favorite. I will be doing a ranking of his movies too, by the way, sometime, since I've seen all three now. So yeah, that's basically it. Just wanted to give you guys a quick thoughts of this newer 2022 film. I always try to get a few new movies out there in these quick little reviews. So hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.